Well, Gary, it started a long time ago, back in the late 70s, when I began to experiment with bodybuilding and swimming. And SuperSwim is a part of that project to incorporate the effects of bodybuilding and the benefits of swimming in one easy-to-use device called SuperSwim.
Let me ask you about the reasons that you feel this is so much swimming laps in your backyard pool.
Well, the backyard pool, is not effective laps. Anybody that's a swimmer knows that.
I know in mine, I go 4 or 5 strokes, I got to stop, be conscious,
Exactly.
So turn around and go back.
That's it. That's the reason that I started to play around with resistance swimming. I swim 5.5 strokes and I'm across my pool. Then I have to turn around, break my rhythm, break my pace, and come back. Or with SuperSwim, you can get into even a 12-foot pool, very, very small, and get in and swim as long and as hard as you want, get double and triple the effect of normal swimming. So that means that I could take my 30 minutes of lap swimming and condense it down, if I really push, into 10 minutes.
How did you first hear about SuperSwim, and what caused you to purchase one personally?
Well, I like to swim, and I have a relatively small pool. It's a 15 by 32 pool, and it's hard to swim laps. You wind up sort of relaxing into your turns, and unless you can get to a pool that's an Olympic-sized pool, which is difficult and time-consuming, it's hard to swim. A friend of mine, Dr. Richmond, had found this product, SuperSwim. We were always talking about exercise, and he said, why don't you come over and try it one day? And I did, and I was very surprised, because I did initially think it was a gimmick, but after trying it, it was not. I've had it now, I'm going into my the end of the first year. I would definitely recommend it for somebody who wants to get use out of their swimming pool. SuperSwim is an excellent product for anyone that's interested in aerobic exercise and almost a weight training exercise, who doesn't have a lot of time to exercise either. I think it's an excellent product.
A lot of people have got a beautiful pool and get absolutely nothing out of it.
In terms of exercise, especially.
In terms of exercise, other than to get in there and cool off and splash around a little bit. That swimming pool has cost you $10,000, $15,000, maybe $20,000, maybe more. I don't know. But SuperSwim can open that up as a full-blown fitness center for you. It's exciting, Gary. This unit will offer more fun and recreation and exercise and health benefits than anything else you can look at on the market.
SuperSwim is a great product. You have to try it. We're teaching my son how to swim on it, and it's a great workout. It's fun to swim in it, and it really turns your swimming pool into a large Olympic-sized pool.
SuperSwim is a fantastic product. I was introduced to it in 1987, and ever since then, just 5 or 10-minute workout a day really takes the calories off. I come home from work and jump on SuperSwim, and I feel fantastic the rest of the evening, and it builds up my endurance. It's a way that I can exercise every muscle in my body all at the same time in just 5 or 10 minutes, and I feel really good about it.
So when I heard about the SuperSwim, that you can go in the pool and you can swim, I loved it. I loved the idea. And that's what happens. You go in the pool, you wrap this thing around your waist, and you don't feel it around your waist when you're swimming. And you could just swim, 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 and it's fun. It's just so nice to do that. And to have your pool in your backyard and do it without going to an Olympic-sized pool and swimming laps back and forth.
Don, so many people are excited about SuperSwim, and yet when they first see it, it looks like such a simple invention that they wonder how it can really be that effective. And I have a SuperSwim unit with me right here, and when they first see it, they say, this is a fishing pole with a nylon string and a belt. How could this possibly help me in my exercise?
On SuperSwim, you can get more calories burned in less time than any other exercise.
And what I love about it is that you can do it because of the resistance swimming. You can do it in much shorter time. You will condense your workout and you will get more anaerobic effect because we're taking you beyond the normal resistance that swimming offers you. So we're doubling and tripling that resistance. It's much like when you row a boat. The first pull on the oar is the hardest, and then as that boat gains hull speed or momentum through the water, it becomes easier. Well, the same way with a swimmer.
that first stroke in the water is once he gets sliding through the water, it becomes less resistance. But now you tie that boat to a dock, and every pull is going to be the same effort. So we're actually giving you all the resistance you can possibly get in stationary swimming, or what we call resistance swimming.
I remember I was talking to a doctor who put a unit in his house, and one of the biggest things he told me was, Gary, just the fact that I can save time. I don't have to swim for 30, 45 minutes. I can just swim for like 10 minutes, and I feel like my muscles have absolutely been pushed, and then he can get right out and get to work.
Yeah, you can get an intense workout. If you swim at 75%, you can get an intense workout in 5 minutes.
That's amazing. In America today, that's what we want to hear.
You know, you can get in there and you can get a complete, full-blown workout in 5 minutes.
In my pool, it's just too small, and all you're doing is turning, and you're not getting any benefit of swimming. It's so small that most of the time is spent turning and turning and turning. This allows you to stay in one place. You're stationary, you're swimming against some resistance, and it turns this 28-foot pool into something, an Olympic-sized pool. I can only tell you that I know from my benefit that when I was working out on it during the summer, I lost weight, I built up muscle tone, I felt great. I've turned other people onto it. They feel great. This is going to be my second summer using SuperSwim, and it's a great product.
Don, here's SuperSwim. Tell us a little bit more about the actual unit itself.
Well, Gary, what's happening right now, John's swimming on it, and the pole is setting up a resistance, which is actually doubling and tripling the effect of normal swimming. It's compounding his efforts. The harder he swims, the more resistance he generates, the more bodybuilding effect he's getting.
Don, this just looks like a fishing pole with a cable on it and a belt. Is there really a scientific thing taking place here? What's this resistance swimming we're hearing about?
Well, really the concept is very much like a fishing pole in as much as the same principles are being incorporated, but the pole is a specially formulated fiber rod. It's extremely strong, Gary. The resistance and the angle of the line coming has a geometry. So what's occurring is as the swimmer goes out, he's being lifted to the surface of the water to duplicate the normal swimming planing effect that he would get if he was swimming all the way across the pool. Now when you stop the swimmer, if you don't hold him up somehow, he's going to have to struggle to stay on top of the water because he's lost his planing effect. But you see what's happening is the angle of the cord coming to the swimmer is actually holding him to the surface. If John would stop swimming now, SuperSwim would glide him right back to the wall and allow him to stay right at the surface.
Now tell me more about the benefits of SuperSwim. We see that he's able to do a variety of strokes, really as many as he normally would if he was swimming in the pool, isn't that right?
Yes, we can do any stroke. We can do freestyle, we can do breaststroke like you see John doing now, we can do backstroke, we can do a variety of kicks and strokes that you cannot do in normal swimming. Because of the pole and the stationary position that the swimmer's in, it allows him to concentrate on his form and his technique and perfect those aspects of his swimming, along with getting an excellent aerobic and anaerobic workout. SuperSwim compounds the effect of swimming. So, and what I mean by compounds is the harder a person swims, the more aerobic and anaerobic input the person experiences. So in equating to normal lap swimming, if you would swim 30 minutes of lap swimming, you could do the same on SuperSwim in 10 minutes if you're swimming at about 50%. So the input, there's a big time saving, and not only that, when you're swimming on SuperSwim, you're not concentrating on going across the pool and then having to turn around and come back and having to turn around. I wanted to get out in my pool, Gary, and swim. And I didn't want to have to be concerned with coming up against a wall and turning around and coming back. And that's when I started to play with the idea of resistance swimming.